You know, when this journey first began, you know it. I did not know where it was going to lead me. Another episode of A Dose of
Get a
Nicki.
dose of Nick. If you ever feel down, you wanna be around. Get a dose of Nick. Get a dose of, get a dose of Nick. Come get a dose of Nick. Come get a dose of Nick. Come get a dose of Nick.
How do you feel? Are you feeling the love, admiration, or longing for someone or your partner? Welcome back to A Dose of Nicki, where today we are dissecting the topic of adore. Now, before we dive in, I want to remind my YouTube audience to subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to be notified when a new episode drops. And if you enjoy this episode, please give it a thumbs up. Your support means the world to me. So, check this out. I recently stumbled across a clip of a performance on The Voice by a young man named Austin Stansel. And I really hope I said his last name right. Austin Stansel. And let me tell you, for those of you who know of the late Prince and his songs, covering his songs is no easy feat. Don't play with those types of talented artists at all. I stopped, I listened, and was blown away by his voice, by the way he sang that song, his song. You hear me? It was beautiful. The only other person that comes close is Maxwell. Everyone else fall back. So to hear Austin sing Adore, and let me tell you, that song draws you in and drags you like a daggone rag doll. It drags you through a wave of emotions. It has that teasing, comforting, and flirting vibe, and then it takes straight advantage of you. It's disrespectful in the best possible way. I'm telling you. Listen, I don't steer you wrong. Now, for this young man to not even win, I said, wait a minute, something is terribly wrong here. And it got me thinking about the original artist, Prince. Now, so he did something. He didn't just, okay, so he might not have won or got his ultimate goal, but he rejuvenated something in me, forced me to go to the song and really listen to the original artist, Prince, okay, who I know and I love, and I'm pretty sure many of you do too. And of course, you know, he changed his name. It became known as they started labeling him as the artist formerly known as Prince, because you remember the love symbol, right? But that's another story. Let's talk about Prince's talent that permeates this song. You want to know how? The instruments were perfectly interjected along with his range of vocals. You know he's a musical genius, right? The man played over 20 different instruments. Wow. So don't start nothing, and it won't be nothing. You hear me? With that being said, in this song, baby, listen. I told you, listen to it. Prince, he played piano, keyboard, guitar, bass, and even programmed drums. Hello, come on. Where is the respect for that level of artistry? I mean, I am just so blessed by the opportunity to experience him live, not in person. I didn't get to that point, but to see his live performances when he would do certain shows and stuff. It was just absolutely fascinating. And then on top of it, In this song, he wrote it. Now, which he wrote most of his songs, honestly. Okay, nobody else was writing songs, so he was writing his own songs. Anyway, now as I listened to this song, Adore, I really listened, and it took me back. It took me back, and now I get it in my mature space because I didn't understand it before. See, my mother was a very big fan of Prince, let it be known. Very big fan of Prince, and this woman... I'm going to tell you all in a little secret. My mother had a large-size poster framed in her bedroom of Prince on that wall. You hear me? And on that picture, I don't know if it was an album cover or what, but he was in the shower. He had nothing else on but a little, I don't know if you call it a Speedo bikini, panties, whatever. I remember it clear as day because every time you walked in her room, he was in my face. He was all in our business and our conversation, our interactions, everything, you name it, he was there. And in that picture was a gold chain around his waist. Hair coif. His hair was tight. You hear me? But he was, and his eyelashes was just perfect. I wish I had eyelashes like Prince. But anyway, he was all in it. And I said, my mother. But it became a more normal part of my life because she adored Prince. Go figure, right? Anyway, this song is a deeply romantic and soulful ballad where Prince expresses profound love and devotion. And the lyrics convey themes of unconditional love, longing, and admiration for a partner. So I have to ask, have you ever felt this way? Have you? When I say the emotions are in there, I mean it. I really mean it. The depth of his feelings suggests that his love transcends physical attraction. And it is rooted in deep emotional connection. Really deep. He definitely was not afraid to be real either during this time. See, back in the 80s, sex talk was a no-no. It was considered taboo. I mean, we was coming in to our own. We had a lot of problems or whatever, but people didn't talk about sex in there. So they talked about love, but they didn't really do the sex part of it yet. I mean, it would come in there, but Prince was one of the first to start really doing that. But he really brought that creative elegance to the forefront. He took you from deep-rooted love to a dash of humor, describing how the person he loves can call him names or even destroy material things, and it wouldn't matter to him because he's in love, right? And I know all of us can relate to that, where if you think back to some of the things you've gone through in your relationship or that crazy in love, like other songs have talked about, that type of stuff, yeah, we can relate to that. Then he lets you know he is a true man. He also shares his exquisite taste, okay, of his Italian silk and imported Egyptian lace. Yes, he tells you, while humorously admitting he might not be able to handle you smashing up his ride, because he said, maybe not the ride. And I thought that was just so funny, but he tells you that story. Look at this. Listen, look at that. He does this with vocals where he goes from hitting very high notes to very deep guttural lows, which is a direct contrast to his appearance. He only stood at about 5 feet 2 inches tall. But he carried himself like a giant, larger than life. So as we dissect Adore, let's reflect on how Prince's artistry and emotional depth resonate with our own feelings of love and longing. Have you ever experienced that kind of devotion? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for tuning into this episode of A Dose of Nicki. Don't forget to just subscribe and hit that bell icon for more episodes. Until next time, keep feeling the love and be well, my friends. Be well.